What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Dima, drill hill music! So guys, we kind of predicted that this was going to happen. And for men out there who just can't see that the end is near, all that you have to do is look at the signs. And you know what? I've been in situations where, women were in a relationship with me, and maybe you guys have been there too, where you really wanted to be with her, but she was nonchalant about being with you. And how do we know this? Well, when she is asked to describe her relationship with you, there are always positions that she will take that are very gray in area. And what do I mean when I say that? Well, yeah, like if he wants to marry me, that's cool. Or if he wants to move in with me, I guess that's okay. Or if we can be together long term, that's fine. Or, I really wasn't attracted to him when I first met him, but he kind of grew on me. Can I get a da 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 sound effect? All of those indicators do not represent mutual attraction. And to be fair, a lot of black men are completely okay with this. A lot of men in general are completely okay with this. A lot of guys don't mind if they are the fourth or the fifth choice, as long as they're getting booty clapping sounds. As long as you're getting it now, that's all that matters. Well, unfortunately, we found out that this was going to end wrong. Well, not end well for Common, and I believe he honestly liked Tiffany Haddish. They had a bond. Tiffany Haddish has shown a lot of red flags in her femininity and her personality. I always felt that the brother Common could do better. But some guys like that. They like a woman that's very brash, very talkative, very outspoken. And you know what? I can't, tell you guys who to pick. It's not my kind of woman, but that's what he liked. But unfortunately, he was a man that got disrespected a lot when she talked about their relationship. And she was never really sold on Common. He was sold on her. She wasn't sold on him. And no matter who you are or what you look like or how much money you have, if a woman is not sold on you, then you need to get rid of her. And a lot of guys try to, make different exceptions for that. Well, maybe it's something that I'm not doing. Maybe it's something that I'm not improving on. Maybe I can make her change her mind. Well, the reality is that her mind was already made up when she first met you. And Tiffany Haddish was a woman that can't really get anybody else. So it's like, well, I could just settle for this guy and we can go from there on out. Okay. Now, what's the excuse that she's given? Well, they're never in the same city together. Both of them are just too busy for a serious relationship. Can I get a stop the cap sound effect?
Stop the cap.
You see, that's an excuse that you give for a woman or for a man that you're not interested in. Okay. Because guess what I found out in my life? Okay. Well, know what I found out? I found out that you can make time for whoever you want to make time for. A woman can submit for whoever she wants time for. For a man that she feels that is attractive, that is doing things, she'll make time for that guy. I mean, this is the reason why you see guys go to prison in certain cases, and they'll be gone for so many years. And that woman will make that relationship work. She'll put money on the books. She'll drive up there to, cell block 95, Pookie State Prison, and she'll make it work. But Tiffany Haddish was already showing signs that she didn't want to make it work. All right? Like, he needs to buy me an apartment complex. Now, some of you guys, when she said that, you thought she was joking. Like, oh man, well, she's a comedian. That's all she's saying. You guys are taking it too far. Stop the show. No, she wasn't taking it too far. Okay? That was really it. She said, if he wants to marry her, he needs to buy her a freaking apartment complex.
Oh, hell no!
Because why? That's the price that you gotta pay if I'm not that into you like that. And at least for a guy like Common, who can still get a much more attractive woman than her, he'll be fine. But see, here's how women become entitled. When you allow women to be in your life who are not supposed to be there, it makes them feel that they can get more than what they deserve. And me and Brother George Macon had this debate last night, about why women are so entitled. And I think he makes a strong point that a lot of times we complain about women who are, let's say, subpar looking or average looking, average at best looking. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Well, we complain about these ladies and their entitlement, but the fact of the matter is, you do have instances, right, where you see guys like Common who should never even be in the same vicinity as Tiffany Haddish. Now, let me just say this when I say vicinity. Yes, they're both entertainers. They're both in the entertainment world, and I know people that get together and things like that. But Common should have never given her the time of day in the first place. Her mind was already made up, okay? She'd already had a bad reputation in the movie industry. Like, people didn't give her roles because of how she was. So she wasn't built to be a good mate. It was already red flag. She already had a divorce before, all right? And she didn't really come up, with any kind of male figure in her life, I don't believe. I mean, look at what happened with Chingy. She slept with him and his brother. So what did you expect from a lady like that? You're wasting your time. But many black men don't want to deal with that. All right? The red flags were there before you got with her. And a nice guy like Common, like, you know what? I can make it work. I can be your queen. You can be my queen and stuff like that. But the reality is that Tiffany Haddish can't appreciate a guy like that. But see, now she'll be entitled in believing that the next guy she'll be able to get like that because he allowed her to do it. And some of you guys set women's expectations too high because they shouldn't even be there in the first place. A lot of ladies don't even need to be there in the room. I'm going to say it again. Stop the show. A lot of ladies don't need to be there in the room. Most of you guys, all right, and just like women don't want to date down, a lot of you guys are dating down, okay? Sometimes it's been me included. A lot of you guys are dating down to a level that they don't need to be there. Not seriously, not as an item, not that you're claiming them. They don't need to be there. So why is she there? Especially when you're Common and you have access to women who are going to actually treat you like a real king, right? And that's another thing about black men too. Black men have a problem being treated nice by women because they've never accepted it. They've never been able to really understand what it feels like. Especially guys who might come from broken homes. You always feel like a woman has to always challenge you. A woman has to always be this or that. No, some guys have a problem with women, wanting to be women for them. They need the loudmouth, right? And then when you get the loudmouth, this is what you get. When you get the recalcitrant attitude, this is what you get, okay? It's not favorable. And then when it happens, at the end of the day, it's not just Tiffany Haddish to blame, it's Common's to blame. It's his fault, all right? And I want a lot of black men to understand this. Once women start taking nonchalant stances towards you, stop trying to make it work. Seriously, I've been there and done that. The woman that wasn't sold on me, and it was kind of like promises that were in the clear, promises that are in like out in the open. You're gonna be either with me, you're gonna play your role as a woman, you want to submit to me as a man, or you don't. There is no in between. If I'm your man, here's what you need to do. If you don't want to do those things, don't waste your time, because if you let them drag it out, all they're going to do is drag it out, and they're going to break it with you anyway and go deal with somebody else. And she already has somebody that she's dealing with. You think she's in Atlanta not dealing with somebody? Of course she's dealing with somebody. Somebody who isn't as valuable as Common. But here's what she may also feel. She can always go back, okay? And that's the problem with some of you guys already. You let them come back and things like that. Let them deal with that by themselves. Over, done, over. Okay? Guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the before remains an all-time high. I'm out.